Dozens of Democratic lawmakers plan to skip Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's speech to Congress on Wednesday, expressing dismay over the thousands of civilian deaths and the humanitarian crisis from Israel's campaign in Gaza. The longtime Israeli leader will make a record fourth speech to a joint meeting of the Senate and House of Representatives, surpassing British wartime leader Winston Churchill's 3 such speeches. Netanyahu's speech was expected to focus on coordinating the Israeli and U.S. response to the volatile situation in the Middle East, where there is a growing danger of the Gaza war spilling over into a wider regional conflict. He was also expected to call for stronger action against Iran, which supports Palestinian Hamas and Lebanese Hezbollah, both militant groups fighting Israel, and has drawn increased U.S. condemnation over its recent nuclear advances. Republican leaders in Congress orchestrated the visit, but it was likely to be less confrontational than in 2015, when Republicans sidestepped then-President Barack Obama, a Democrat, and Netanyahu used his speech to criticize Obama's Iran policy. This time, Netanyahu will seek to bolster his traditional links to Republicans, but also look to ease tensions with President Joe Biden, a Democrat whose support he will rely on for the remaining 6 months of the president's term. Some lawmakers said they were uncomfortable about appearing to endorse Netanyahu and his hard-right coalition government as he faces declining poll numbers in Israel. For him, this is all about shoring up his support back home, which is one of the reasons I don't want to attend, Senator Chris Van Hollen told reporters. I don't want to be part of a political prop in this act of deception. He is not the great guardian of the U.S.-Israel relationship. A Republican House member, Representative Thomas Massey, also said he would not attend, stating, "The purpose of having Netanyahu address Congress is to bolster his political standing in Israel and to quell international opposition to his war. I don't feel like being a prop, so I won't be attending." Some of the most prominent Democrats plan to stay away, including Senators Dick Durbin, Tim Kaine, Jeff Merkley, Brian Schatz, and Patty Murray. In the House, those staying away included progressive representatives Rashida Tlaib, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ami Bera, and Adam Smith. Harris, who normally would preside over the speech as vice president, will not be attending. Neither will Republican Senator J.D. Vance, Trump's vice presidential running mate. Murray would have presided as the senior Senate Democrat in Harris's absence. Democratic Senator Ben Cardin, who leads the Foreign Relations Committee, will replace her. Several hundred activists staged a demonstration on Tuesday at a congressional office building, and mass protests were promised for Wednesday. The Capitol building was surrounded by high fencing and a heavy security presence, with some neighborhoods patrolled by New York City police officers. Some Democrats said they were attending despite their concerns. "I sit in that chair that I was elected to sit in on days that I enjoy it, and days that are iffy and days that I despise it, or a mix of the latter two. But I'm elected to be in that seat," Representative Dan Kildee said. "My constituents didn't elect me to show up only when I enjoy what I'm hearing. If I did that, I would spend very little time on the floor of the House."